Well, hello everyone, and welcome to Crystals for Life 2014. We're back for another year, and I'm here with Pat McCormick from JDRF, who's going to tell us a little bit about the charity we're representing this year.
Well, I want to start off first with just saying a huge, big thank you very much. The effort put in by you and your team, it's amazing to watch, and it's incredible to see how much dedication is put forth into an event such as this. And as chair of the board for the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation for the Edmonton chapter, I'm very pleased to be helping you guys in what little way I can technically for the second year.
I mean, I have to say it's great to be working with you again, even though when we were on TV this morning, apparently you dwarf not only the host, but also me. So, glad to know.
We should set up a little thing next year or sometime here where you sit on my knee and I...
Oh. So I'm pleased to announce that Crystals for Life 2015 will have no affiliation with Pat McCormick. Oh. So what can you tell me about JDRF?
It is an international organization, and probably the best way to describe personally of what I feel about the organization is that it's grassroots. It's all about volunteers. It's all about starting at the bottom. The passion that is in this organization is incredible. And when I speak to the passion, it speaks to the bottom end of the financial opportunity of the organization, that just a little over 80% on each dollar raised goes directly to research. So bang for your buck, you're getting a lot back.
Definitely. I mean, that's great for all the people out there wanting to donate, wondering if, hey, does my money actually go to help cure, treat, prevent diabetes? It really does.
And it does. It does. It goes to making the lives better, and ultimately finding a cure is what our ultimate end goal is. But some of the best research is happening right here in the city of Edmonton. I know that doesn't maybe mean a lot to a lot of people in the international community, but for the local people watching, they can be quite proud of what's happening here.
Well, I mean, one of the biggest advances in type 1 diabetes research in the past, how long, was the Edmonton protocol, which was developed right here in the city. So I guess it's kind of interesting we're doing this event here.
It has, and Dr. James Shapiro and his crew and a host of many other great doctors have been working tirelessly at continuing on with the Edmonton protocol, and they're still doing a lot of islet cell transplants. Again, it's a great and wonderful thing, but it's not the cure. And at the end of the day, I want people to have that resonate in their head about the cure. Anything else is but a mere Band-Aid. I don't mean to underplay it, because I can tell you as a type 1 diabetic, a guy that takes 10 needles a day, that anything that can happen to make my life easier, I appreciate. But at the end of the day, I want a cure. And if that cure comes in the next little while, I'm happy, I'm grateful. If it doesn't, but I know that my kids or my grandchildren, I never have to worry about them being affected or inflicted with this disease, I will be a happy guy.
Wow, that's incredible. Thank you. Now, I mean, you're starting to get your head a little around this whole video game marathon thing,
I've learned
right?
a couple of words, yeah.
Okay, so how did it feel last year at this time when you were sitting at your very first day in a room in my house wondering what the heck was going on?
Well, in the short span that we've had, I think we've bumped it up significantly. I'm scared to see where we're going to be playing next year. They're building a new arena here in Edmonton. So
No arena can hold all of us. Blow the roof off.
Yeah, so I guess we really should mention that we're here in the beautiful Chateau Louis in Edmonton. They have given us a room with amazing class. There's actually chandeliers, which doesn't really jive with the boxes of pizza and the bags of Swedish fish, but what the hey?
Yeah, you know, and in mentioning that, the sponsorship that we receive locally here, is fantastic. The Chateau Louis, they've stepped up in numerous ways to support our local chapter. We just finished having our Kids and Us conference here. We host many other events here at the hotel or the conference center. So we're very, very grateful to the Chateau Louis and their staff.
Yeah, definitely we are too. And I mean, while we're on the topic of sponsors, the Yeti has just brought out all the stops again. 6 shirt designs this year, 4 more than last year. $3 of every shirt sold is going to JDRF, care of the Yeti. And I'm pleased to announce that we hadn't even started the event, and we had already raised $1,000 worth of donations to JDRF through shirt sales from the Yeti. So, yeah.
That's impressive. Very impressive.
Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to this year.
As am I. This is going to be interesting. I can't. Like I said, I could stand on a high chair with a catcher's mitt, and this stuff's still over my head. My boys think you guys are gods. Like,
yeah, well, I'm sure everyone who wasn't here can probably imagine that the few minutes leading up to us going live were very calm and very controlled, and no one was yelling across the room at each other, and we weren't throwing technical terms about. So it was great to see us in such calm control of this year's event. Yeah.
Sheer utter amazement.
I'm not even going to turn around and look at their faces.
Good, because most of them have their tongues out.
So,
and the odd one, I guess, the odd finger wave. Use your whole hand.
Well, I was just going to say, for anyone who hasn't checked out our donation tracker yet, I hope they realize there are even donation incentives just for this little JDRF introduction. Has anyone been taking a look at the tracker to see if we have donations coming in?
We have some coming in right now, but nothing for right now.
Okay.
Paul and pour mac and cheese.
It begins.
Well, I'm so happy to see the bidding wars are already out in full force.
Quite interesting on how it grows. It's fascinating to me because I don't know, it's just kind of difficult for me to fathom international, to be able to be linked as you are and tied into so many people and countries and all on the same, I say same page, but that doesn't make sense to you.
Well, no, I see what you're saying. I mean, you're an international charity, and here we have gamers from 3 different countries. And over the past 2 years, a total of 5 different countries have come to attend Crystals for Life. So, yeah, this really is an international event, and it's really great just to feel the support from so many locations.
It is. And I can say on behalf of us, we are, again, very, very pleased that you've taken us on as a charity of choice for the 2nd year in a row.
The honor is ours. So, without further ado, should we get things started this year?
Let's make it happen.
All right. Let's go, everyone.
Giddy up. Somebody get me my Mario Kart.
Oh man, we have it.
All right, can you
Karmic
cut
playing
me alive?
Mario Kart. That should be a donation incentive. I would say I would pay to see that.
I thought we were gonna.
Sorry?
I thought we would have been. We were last year. We were watching ourselves, and it was.
Oh, yeah, quite a different set from.
You're sitting where you want to sit. You're sitting next to her, and I'm sitting somewhere else. Yes, that works.
And then Bob's gonna get one picture with the whole group with Pat passing him out.
I was kidding.
I want to see it. Speed of it. McCormick's back. Everybody out.
You're not wired, so I guess you get to turn the sound up.
That's okay. There's like cold air blowing right
Yeah, is that a vent of the...
here. Yeah, my hands are cold. So they're turning purple.
You don't want cold hands when you're speedrunning either. It's like you have blood flow.
We'd have to turn the air conditioning system off to stop that. Gary.
Thank you.
No, thank you. Well, at charity, we just be 4 people on the couch playing video games.
Oh.
First battle, 256 glitch. What's 256 glitch?
The item,
That's the
item
item.
duplication.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, called 256 glitch. It's kind of weird to see it on both TVs though.
I know. Let's see. There's a little.
It's like very different. It's.
Okay.
Oh, I thought it's distracting.
So you need to check
look for
mics or
Denton.
anything, or do we need to check mics or
Real
anything,
code.
or you already done that?
You're good. Well,
Okay.
Denton.
Denton, we lost Denton. I don't know if they can
Okay,
hear
well,
us.
as soon as he gets back, I guess we'll go. He was just dropping something off in a room.
He's returned. Kept it warm for you.
Oh, nice.
No, hold that.
Okay, we ready?
99% charged.
Here, you,
Yeah.
you,
Okay.
you can start the timer when we start.
Is that
You're doing a
good?
countdown?
Okay. Then do I count down when I'm gonna start?
Yeah, just count down before you hit.
Do
new
like
game.
3, 2, 1, go or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Just. No, I'll tell you when to start it. Okay. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah. So we are starting with the same game that we started last year with, but it's going to be a little different this time. And by a little, we mean a lot.
It will blow your mind.
It's like half the game, I think, now, isn't it?
We have some donation incentives coming up, like right at the beginning of this too.
Yeah, naming Cecil.
Yeah.
Naming Cecil and Rydia. There's also an incentive to see a neon hovercraft.
Yeah.
So if you want the
You
neon
want to see
hovercraft,
that.
That's not too far into the run either, so be sure to get your donations in for that.
Yeah. So we need to get that by meeting Octomam, maybe?
Yeah, because that's
Probably,
when we
yeah.
have to do it.
Yeah.
You probably need to buy an ant lion.
Yeah. We'll see if it's close enough.
Yeah.
Is he gonna win? Is he gonna win?
Overpowered.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was easy.
Both of the enemies in these fights have 1 hit point each, too. They're completely different monster data from the real float eyes and ravens that you can
Oh,
fight.
got an attack in.
Nice.
The benefit of being 6'8".
Yeah.
So are they walking on treadmills to help the airship fly or something?
They're all walking.
Yeah, they're turning giant cogs below deck or something
That's-
to rotate the propellers.
That's how they're powered.
Yeah.
So he's the equivalent of a chancellor in this game, so we already know he's up to no good.
Yeah.
Especially if he gets replaced by a magical creature.
No, couldn't possibly happen.
Oh, he walked right through the door.
He was inside.
Okay.
He was standing
He's already
inside
inside.
the door.
Yeah.
We could hear them talking.
Yeah. He knew they were talking about him.
Sure.
All right, our first donation is from Emma for $50. She says, Agora here. I hope this marathon goes well. Last
Hey,
year I
Agora.
was able to get Quina named Mark after my father, who passed away back in 2011 from diabetes complications. This year I'm hoping to be able to get Strago named after my dad and Realm be named Emma after myself, so my dad and I can go on another adventure together.
Aww.
Douglas sends $10 and says, thank you for supporting a great cause. This is the first year I've been able to actually donate, so let's start it off right. I'd like to put this donation towards naming Cain Ondor in Final Fantasy IV, and make sure you don't listen to his lies. And we have a $100 donation from Mr. MV.
Oh. Merci beaucoup, MV.
And quite cruelly states, for Cecil name, I want MV Live.
Oh.
Says, greetings guys, I'm
Nice
really
knowing
sad
you.
we couldn't afford to attend and that the French restream couldn't happen this time, but I'll do my best to hype it up on social networks. Love you guys, and good luck with the marathon.
Thank you, Mr. MV.
Yes.
Yeah, and thank you very much for agreeing to hype us up on social media. If you do want to use the hashtag C4L2014, we're trying to get that to trend.
Resident Sleeper in armor.
Hey, there's never an action. He's ready already.
Yeah. I promise we'll have more to say once we get past these intro cutscenes.
Yeah.
Exposition in a speedrun is pretty boring. Unless you can skip it.
Yep.
Now, there's not a whole lot of time to get in donations for Cecil and Rydia's names.
If you want to free Essentia from the fate of MV Lock, now's your chance.
Yes. Only $101.
But remember the way these bidding wars work. You can also bid to cursor to even greater levels of MV luck.
And also, it's a rolling incentive. So if it gets beat, it will be renamed.
Yeah, well, because I mean, some of them get cut off when they leave you too.
Well, like, I think Cecil has.
I guess we can leave Cecil's. As
yeah,
well,
I guess Cecil could always be renamed. Yeah.
So James sends $10 and says, "Good luck on the marathon, guys. Extremely excited to see you all perform." And Chelsea Rothman donates, sending $5, saying, "Hello, I donated last year and I'm more than happy to donate again. My mother and grandfather are both living with diabetes, so of course I had to donate. I'm a poor college student, so my funds are limited, but I hope my $5 Canadian helps. I'd like to put this towards Luca's name being WMum, as AGDQ 2014 proved that WMum had the best Wondershot luck ever. Have a great marathon. And thank you very much for your $5. Every bit counts. It's incredibly meaningful."
Glad you don't have any characters you can dance around right now. Anything we can explain about what's coming up in the game?
Well, there will be some stuff as soon as I get into a battle.
Yeah. And
There
we go. Alright, so to get things off right, because normally you're supposed to like fight monsters and stuff in order to get money, but we don't really have time for that, so she's basically setting up a glitch right here where she's kind of tricking the game into letting her sell an empty slot that has the data of Kane's spear. So once she finishes off the glitch after the Mist Cave, then she can sell 256 spears for a big chunk of money.
They're fighting over who wants to be a lead character.
Yep. I want to be a leader. No, I want to be a leader.
I want to run away first.
They tied.
Yeah. I like how it looks like he's growing horns too,
Yeah.
because their armor is basically the same color through the mist effect. So pretty much every one of these games has to start with the tutorial boss that explains the ATB real-time battle system. And, unfortunately, we do not, unlike most of the other games, there is no means to skip the tutorial known yet, so we do have to wait for the Met Dragon to turn into mist for one cycle. But with good timing, which you can do either by counting or by listening to cues with the music, you can line it up so that Kane jumps and then lands right as the dragon reforms to cut out one of its turns.
I did it too soon.
Encounter.
Looks like a really hard boss fight.
Kane's almost dead already.
That's the half HP. Ooh. That hurt.
He doesn't focus properly though.
Yeah, one thing about the ooh,
There we go.
one thing that's a little different about this game compared to a lot of the other Final Fantasies is that attacks have a pretty wide range of damage values. So that's more meaningful in some boss battles than others. Like the Calcabrina dolls is probably the biggest one.
Here's our next glitch.
All right, so coming up here, we've heard bad things about the west entrance to Mist, so we're gonna skip it.
Yeah.
First, we need to sleep, though.
Yeah, but we got this package, and fighting that dragon was really tiring, and we're kind of hungry, so we're gonna have a little campfire out in front of the village and roast some marshmallows.
We'll step on top of it.
And we'll. Okay, we're done. Game over. And
Very
There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, so doing that trick by kind of, I don't know if you were really able to tell through the stream, but she was kind of starting to take a step first into or basically towards first away from the village and then towards it, and then interrupted that by opening the menu and then first used the tent and then did the save and reset. But that basically kind of tricked the game into thinking she was in a different coordinate set on the map than she really was. So
Now she
was
gets
able
access
to completely get over the village of Mist. And it always kind of amazes me that the game lets you enter from the east side, because there really isn't any point that you're meant to be able to do that.
Yeah.
But,
And now she gets access to this town when she wanted to go to it later.
but then the first thing she did was she sold her infinite supply of spears to get a ton of money, which she then goes to buy dancing daggers, which is a weapon you're not supposed to be able to get until after you've gotten the airship, basically, or at least until you've gotten past Serpent Road. And this house right here lets us get a change rod and tiara, which are strong, which is overpowered helmet and weapon that Rydia is going to be using for a while. We also said hi to Rydia's mom, who's sunbathing up there too.
So here you actually can go on without triggering this cutscene, but if you do that, then Tella doesn't show up in the cave. And when you get to Damcian and it triggers the fight with Edward and Tella, the game just freezes. So we do need to watch this cutscene. Okay, and pretty soon Cecil and Rydia are going to be named.
The next town.
So we'll do the cutoff when I enter the
Use the
town.
Yeah.
So
You need to fight the guards first.
not much time to get in your donations for them.
But Cecil wants to fist pump for donations.
Come on, you can do it! Donate! Get rid of MV Lug!
And this is why you can't really enter from the right side.
Yeah, because it actually removes the east half of Mist from the map completely after this. There's a lot of things in this game that don't really make sense, though, so I've just kind of learned to suspend my disbelief.
No encounters, no encounters.
Actually, I guess we can cut it off after I beat the guards. There's a whole...
Cutscene, yeah.
And I'm going to go talk to Rosa first before renaming. So you have a little more time.
But don't wait, it takes time to get it in.
I do like how you can also run into Sandmen in the grass area outside the cave, too, just because they use the same monster cell as the desert.
They're just lost.
Yeah. Sandmen in search of sand. Yep. Take it easy.
I'd like to take this opportunity to thank some more donors. Emery,